Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Prima Advanced User Forum. This is Chris, and I'll be your host today. We'll be going over the some more advanced enhancements here in PrimaGo. So we're going to be going over the dashboard tab that we're looking at now. We'll be going over adding social media links to your web store, editing email templates, adding new offer pop-ups, and taking a quick look at the Google Analytics integration. And of course, if you have any questions during the presentation, Tyler's going to be available in the chat. And then as always, we'll have a Q&A session at the end to answer any further questions. But okay, let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the dashboard here. We have a few new modules here that we can take a look at. The first one being the web business overview here. This will be just a quick summary of the total sales as well as the total profit for your web store, as well as the margin and the average sales per order. So that's going to default to a 1-year range starting from today. You can always change the date range to whatever you need it to be using these two boxes here. And then clicking this web orders button right here, it's going to show you every web order in that time period. And then a little bit further down, we have the top 5 selling products. It's going to rank, of course, the top 5 selling products on your web store in terms of dollar amount sales. It's going to also default to 1 year back, and it works the same way. We can go ahead and change the date using these two boxes here. We can also download that as a Excel file, as a CSV. If we hit this button right here, it'll actually show us a spreadsheet of the top 100 best-selling products, and also show us the actual total sales amount and the quantity sold in that specific time period. So this is going to be great for checking if your own products are on this list, and if they're not, maybe you could, change some of the priorities settings on your web store. Or this is going to be great for checking the top selling products and considering maybe buying those in bulk, so you always have those on hand and potentially get a better margin on them as well. But in addition to that, scrolling down, we also have the top selling groups. These are going to be your categories right here. It'll show you, of course, the quantity of units sold as well as the value, and the same date ranges apply right here. And then we also have another place to look at the abandoned baskets. This will show you the oldest 5 abandoned baskets you have on record. But hitting this view all button right here will take it to the usual spot for abandoned baskets here in customers and abandoned baskets. So of course, this is going to be every time a user logs on, puts items in their basket, and then leaves the website without purchasing. So this will be a great way of checking up on your customers. Of course, you can see the customer's name, the company they belong to, and the dollar amount for their basket. This will be a great way of checking up on your customers and following up with them, maybe getting some increased sales. And then as you do contact the customers, if you want to remove them from the list to keep it updated, you can just take this tick mark right here and then hit delete. Or there is a clear all section. So if you're looking at your own dashboard and you see that maybe you don't see as many modules as I do here, you can always add more modules down here at the bottom right with this add modules button. If we go ahead and click on that, it'll let you select a data source from this drop down here. As you can see, it also has top selling nominals and most popular search tags. So if you wanted to add the search tags, for example, we'll select that data type, and then it just requires a name up here. And then by hitting add, that'll go ahead and put it at the bottom for you right here. All right, so in addition to that, we also have new offer pop-ups as well. So to show you what that looks like, we're going to go to Contents, and at the bottom here we have Offer Pop-up. So these offer pop-ups are going to be an image that appears to the user as they log onto the web store. You'll have the image here. You can also add on a voucher code or your own custom link right here. So you could use the voucher code to advertise new promo codes, new sales you have going on, and then you can use the link area here to advertise maybe a special sale item list that you can link to real quick. To show you what that looks like on the web store, I have it open right here. So as soon as someone opens the web store, it'll appear with your image right here, and then the view offer link will be the link, and then it'll also have another section for the promo code and an option to copy the promo code to their clipboard. We also have the availability to add social media to your web store. To do that, we're going to go to System and then Social Media. And then these are all the social media platforms that you can go ahead and add on. Each one is a little bit different in what they're required to go ahead and add on to your web store. Twitter, for example, just requires that the username be entered, whereas Facebook is a little bit more complicated. But each one has instructions and all the information needed in the settings area here. So once this information is entered, what that's going to look like on the web store is it could appear up here in the top right area. It could also appear down here at the very bottom as links to your social media. Or with Twitter and Facebook, you can also have a module for the live feed of your posts. And then something else you can do is you can edit email templates as well. Where that's going to be is in System and Email Templates. We take a look at that. These are our set email templates. So you have things like your account registration email, order canceled email, your lost password email, things like that. So if you ever wanted to edit those templates, you can go ahead and click on the one you want to edit. You can change the subject of the email, the text color, and the background color right here. And then you also have a full HTML editor. So if you have your own custom HTML code, you can go ahead and enter that in here. But for a little bit more user-friendly experience, you can go ahead and hit this Show HTML Editor button right here. That'll open up a text box so you can go ahead and edit it a little bit easier. And then, of course, any changes you want to make, you would just go ahead and hit the Save button right up at the top. And then the Preview button will go ahead and give you a look at what the email is going to look like. All right, and then last but not least, we also have Google Analytics integration here. So to set up Google Analytics, what you'll do first is go to the Google Analytics website and register for an account with Google. Once that account is set up, what you'll do is you'll go to System and then Settings. It's going to be in third-party settings right here. Alternatively, you can also use this search box up at here, over the top here. And if we type in Google, for example, it'll show any setting in any of these categories related to Google. So it's going to be these first two right here. You'll have a Google account code and a Google site verification code that you'll get from your Google Analytics account. And once those two are entered, we can go ahead and view the Google Analytics information from the Google Analytics site. I think Andrea has the site up already, so I'll go ahead and stop sharing here. So we can take a look at her screen and see what it's going to look like from that side. Here we go. So here in this overview area, you can see how many users are active on the site right now. And you can see the top active pages. You can see the locations where you users are coming from. You can see where in the world people are logging into your site. Of course, the most popular sites there as well. In the locations tab, you'll have a little bit more information there. For now, it's just it's going to be the UK. The users looking at a different website for now. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of the information on Google Analytics. It'll help you organize some of your advertising as well in your traffic sources. So if you guys advertise anywhere on the web, that is, this will be an easy way of tracking how effective that is. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we wanted to show you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Something we also did want to mention before we go here is that in an upcoming update, web user passwords in Prima are going to start being encrypted to protect your customers' information. So in company and then contacts, the web password area is going to be encrypted. It's just going to have a set of asterisks instead of seeing the full password. You'll still be able to overtype that password if the customer forgot and you either reset it to some generic password so they can log in again. You can go ahead and overtype it, but you won't be able to see what their original password was. And sometimes I know it's easy to go ahead and log on to the customer's user on your website and maybe troubleshoot some of the problems that they're having. So to allow you to do this, we have this new live on web store area here in the dashboard as well. So if you ever wanted to log in as one of your specific users, what you do is this view company users button right here. From this drop down, you would select your the company that the user belongs to. I'll just pick Prima Business Control Software here. And these are going to be your available web users. They'll appear in blue right here if they are web enabled, and then they'll appear in gray if they are not web enabled. So let's say I wanted to troubleshoot this support user right here. I just go ahead and click on that. It'll open up at the web store and automatically log in as that user. So you'll still be able to troubleshoot all of your customers' problems, but it'll just be the password will be encrypted from now on.